In this week's episode, we are all over the place again, but we tried to talk about hindrances.
How MS and the effects of MS and other things can be a hindrance to a nice, smooth, sorted life.
Oh,
How are you doing?
well, I'm a bit tired, I'm not going to lie, but all right.
You're just back from your travels, aren't you?
Yeah, and then I had the COVID jab, which in hindsight was a stupid thing to do after coming back off holiday. Just felt terrible all weekend.
That's interesting because I've got mine tomorrow and the day after I'm going away for a long weekend.
You'll be fine.
Be fine.
Yeah, I've got to be honest, it was like, don't get me wrong, super glad I got it, but all weekend it felt dreadful. Still don't feel 100%.
Maybe I should get mine when I get back from my weekend. I'm the only driver as well, so perhaps
I would recommend then, because
I might just do that. I'll write that down. So today we're talking about hindrances.
this is one.
So there's a classic example of a hindrance.
I just did not expect it because I had it Friday at about 2. And all of Friday, absolutely fine. Woke up Saturday, just everything ached. I couldn't move. I was just like, ugh. And then Sunday, I kept thinking I was getting better. And then the next day, I was like, oh my God, got horrific heartburn and felt sick and no energy. The worst reaction to a vaccine I've ever had. I mean, last time I did accidentally call an ambulance.
Was that not slightly a bigger reaction?
Well, no, it was just me being an idiot because I also got heartburn then, but really bad. So I was all Gaviscon prepared this time.
Right.
But so I stupidly was got this really bad heartburn, and it went on for so long. I was like, I just don't know what to do. So I phoned. This is last time 111. Mentioned heart, and they were like, right, an ambulance is coming, and I was like, no, I'm fine, honestly, don't send an ambulance. They were like, oh no, we have to.
Oh, wow.
Really embarrassing.
Did you have to say, hi, thanks for coming, but I've got wind?
No, they did all the little like putting things on me tests and everything. They seemed to be okay with it, but I was mortified.
Well, it was probably as well to be safe than sorry, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it now is like on the what's the word?
Symptom,
Yeah,
not symptoms, reactions,
it is one of those
side effects.
side effects. That's
That's
it.
them.
It is. It's a legitimate side effect, but it wasn't when I didn't know that. And just don't go casually mentioning your heart to 111.
Okay.
Don't do it. They can't take that lightly.
If you say you have a broken heart, do they still send out paramedics?
Yeah, because that's like in poker, you can't say call, like asking if somebody else is calling, because that's you calling.
You can't say that word.
No,
Like he whose name should not be spoken. And the Scottish play.
don't do it.
Well, that's a hindrance to communication then, isn't it?
Yeah. Do we even say today is hindrance? Because we're really illustrating it.
We are illustrating it. And what the viewers don't know is that prior to this bit, we've had some tech issues which have been a bit of a hindrance. For example, my phone decided that it didn't want to play Zoom unless it was on another account, but that account wasn't allowed to join this meeting, and it was all very confusing.
It's because it was like got history.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
had a chance.
So today we're using my laptop, so if there's a slight low hum in the background, I do apologise. It's because that's what my laptop does.
I can't hear anything.
No, we never can until we play back.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, viewers.
So that's me this weekend. Had a holiday, came back, felt ill.
Well, conversely, my auntie had a holiday, so she's not been out for the last 5 years. She had a hip replacement before, and then COVID and everything. So I went down to collect her from London, drove back up. We had a couple of days. She does that waking up in the morning thing, and she'd not brought her hearing aid, which was a bit of a hindrance because she put the telly on so loud it's blown the speakers.
Oh my God, that is loud.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. I have been round to apologise to my neighbours. So, that's another hindrance. If you have hearing impairment and you don't have the devices with you, or the device you are using explodes, then that's another hindrance to life, isn't it?
What a good niece you are, though.
So I'm going on holiday on Friday for a long weekend. Only a long weekend. I just need to make sure I do nothing between now and then.
Yeah, maybe don't have that jab. If you can get the jab easily enough another day, I would recommend.
That's a good point. I will definitely do that. So the hindrance for my week has been overdoing it, leading to fatigue, which is hindering me from functioning correctly, I think is probably the best way of putting it.
Well illustrated, just.
My phone rang earlier, which was good because I realised I was sat at my desk and I realised I didn't know where my phone was, and the cat was sat on my leg and on my knee, hindering me getting up, looking for it. But I thought that's good because that means I won't do more walking up and down the stairs. And then the phone went, so I went to find the phone, and it was fortunate because I'd left it in the sink.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Yeah, which is not ideal when you're upstairs to leave it in the downstairs sink. So tell us about your holiday.
Oh, it was ever so nice. In hindsight, the jab probably got me because I just did too much. There's a little kind of like inevitable next week you're knackered. And I think that on top of jab was just, the body just did not like it. So it was very nice. It was in Croatia, very pretty place. We had a little boat. That was super fun. Everywhere I just kind of just fell asleep a lot on the boat, on the beach, on the journeys. Lots of sleep in. That was good. I don't know if I should even admit this because it's so shameful, but I'm gonna. So it was all inclusive. It's probably not going to go the way you think it is. So I of course probably drank too much because it's all inclusive, but not that much. That was quite. You got nice gin fizz. They did a nice gin fizz cocktail, which I enjoyed. They were good. But it was the eating where I got completely carried away because the food was really good. Like these buffet type places are normally like okay, but this was super good. The first 2 days we kind of fell into having like 3 or 4 course meals. So we'd have
For
breakfast, lunch, dinner. And also I ate a lot of meat, which I don't really do normally, but it was just there. So day 3, I thought, I don't feel so good. We're at dinner, had a little salad. I was like, I can't really eat that. That's weird. I don't feel like that. But then I proceeded to eat a whole plate of pasta and other bits. Then we went back to the bar afterwards, and I was like, I don't feel so good. This is not right. And then on the way back to the room, it was just very sick.
Oh no.
And I tried to tell myself that it was food poisoning, but really I knew I just overate for 3 days. And my body was just going, what are you doing?
What's our motto? Things that are bad for you
are
bad for you.
Yes, I completely overdid it. Then we had a couple of days without lunch because you really didn't need it. You just had a massive breakfast, and then we'd just have like a packet of crisps in the afternoon to keep us going. Oh yeah, and they did these pizzas you could have as a snack in the afternoon. So eased off a bit, but then the desserts did get me towards the end of the week. So good. So you're just having like, one day I thought I'd had a light day, and then I realised I'd had 2 pieces of gâteau at lunch, 2 pieces of gâteau in the evening, ice cream, this custardy thing, And when you add that up, that's not okay.
That sounds like a good day. That sounds like a real holiday day.
It was a real holiday day, but yeah, I'm not very good with buffets, I don't think.
It's the accessibility of everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I find preparing food is a bit of a hindrance when I'm fatigued or tired. So I do have crap food when I'm tired, which is when you need the healthy food. But if somebody else has made it and it's all there.
Well, I was being quite good having like salads and fruit and everything, but also everything else.
Here's my good plate. Here's my other plate. It's balanced.
Yeah. But it was very nice place. Anything else? Hide bikes. That was good, and I didn't get too knackered. Just went on a scooter, which was a bit scary.
You had a festival of transport and food then, by the sound of it.
Yeah.
Have you done much cycling?
What, in my life?
Well, recently.
No, I don't think I've been on a bike since our ill-fated trip to New York, because there was nothing else to do. We went cycling around Central Park, but that's quite hilly, isn't it, in places? So that did knacker me a bit. But this was nice and flat. You felt like you'd done something.
Brilliant. So at my gig on Sunday, which was at the Galleries of the National Justice Museum, that used to be called the Galleries of Justice.
Oh, is it not called that anymore?
No, not for some time. It's called the National Justice Museum, which I don't think sounds as exciting.
No, I'd like a gallery of justice.
So it was in there. So there was two parts to it. So one part was in the courtroom, and some of the musicians and the people giving talks stood where the judge would be, and we were all in the docks and the public gallery. And then the second part was upstairs in a room where I sang with my choir. The choir that I sing with, there was two choirs that sang together. So that was good. But we were singing lots of Luddite songs about the uprisings, and we sang the March of the Women, written by Edith and Ethel, which is a very nice kind of thing. And so I've got my big brooch here, which was, you probably can't see it in this light, but it's in the colours of the suffragettes. So it's the purple and the green. Purple and green.
Purple. Just not a lot of green. Oh yeah.
And since our last recording, my blind is up. So I don't have to be one-sided, and I can adjust the lighting for the recordings. There we are.
It's the future.
Future. Still only got one wall painted, but you know, that's fine. That's fine.
How is the house coming?
Well, I've got an upstairs shower now. So I've got a shower and a toilet on each floor, which is fabulous. I haven't got a sink upstairs, but you know, that'll come.
Yeah.
Yeah, so before my auntie came, because she's had mobility issues, I was trying to make it as safe and taped down as possible. And actually, some of the things I did, like the stairs have got really worn carpet, and two bits there was like holes that you can catch your foot in. So I taped them up because she was coming, and then I thought, why didn't I do that for me ages ago? Just took a bit of gaffer tape.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be ideal for you to trip over that.
No. Yes, so having prepared my house for my auntie, I now feel it's much safer for me to live in. And I thought, why did I not do this before?
It's weird though, you can sometimes only see things in your house when somebody else is coming.
Like all the rubbish and the mess.
Oh my God, it's filthy. We had somebody stay, it was the Improv festival. We had one of the teachers stay here. Before she came, I was like, oh my God, our flat's disgusting. Oh yeah, because everything happens like this. So she was coming, and then the sink blocked up, and the washer started pumping water out onto the floor, of course.
Yeah, obviously, because you had specifically somebody coming, so it was particularly awkward. So an extra hindrance. So that's why it happened.
She was going to stay in our bed because it's nicer than the spare room. So, but we needed to wash all the duvet covers and everything, which we then couldn't do. But a plumber stepped in and solved it.
Hooray!
Yeah, a little bit of stress there to keep you on your toes.
Never a dull day.
So we've been quite active, haven't we? Both of us.
Yeah.
That's why we're knackered and shit now.
That's why we can't string sentences together for a podcast.
It is definitely weird, isn't it?
Also, I feel like because the weather's changed, it's kind of like hibernating time. I've got something very exciting. I've got a new mattress.
That is good.
It is so exciting because before I moved, for a few months before I moved, I thought I needed a new mattress. And I thought, well, don't get a new mattress in case your bed doesn't fit in your new house. But it does. And then for a while, I've had backache, which is not like me. And I'm like, well, I've got backache. Oh, that's because you're lying on a mattress that's full of springy bits that are just really not comfortable. And then I got a new mattress, and I got one from IKEA, so they come rolled up and then they over like 72 hours. Fortunately, because I asked a friend to help me carry it in, it didn't enter my head how I was going to get rid of the old one. I was just thinking about the new one. And he went,
put it on top.
In my head, I think I was. And he said, well, what are you going to do with the old one? And I went, oh, I don't know. He said, should we take that out first? I was like, well, that's a good idea. And then we put the new one on the bed, and I went, oh, well, I can't lay on it, but you can lay on it, but it's just, it doesn't get to its full for pumped uppiness. That night I laid on it and I just thought, oh, this is so comfortable. It's so comfortable. It makes such a difference. I had the other one for about 18 years.
Yeah, you've got to change those devils.
Yeah.
I started to have backache, but it wasn't like my bones ached or anything. It was like a really creepy muscle ache. And I had it for ages, and then I only realised, like, maybe it's the bed as soon as I checked. And I had it for months. I think I went to physio even. Yeah, I did. But it was this like really insidious like muscle ache. And it made me feel really sick. Got a new mattress, gone. It was just gone straight away. So
I think because we probably spend a lot more time in bed than the average person, with being asleep more, then it's probably even more important to have a good mattress.
Defo. Oh, I need to do something here. It's like get back off holiday, then feel ill, and then you're like, oh no, there's so much stuff that I didn't do. And
there's always another day. That's one of the things I think is quite hard when you do get fatigued and things, and you look at a mess. You just have to accept it's going to stay there until you feel you can do it.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the hindrance episode. I think we particularly have been the hindrance to this week's episode, possibly.
Yeah.
And having a bit of brain fog, over fatigue, and just being a bit all over the place. That's the hindrance that MS
is what it is.
Throw at you. Yeah. It is what it is. So yeah. So I've been Lytisha.
I've been Jeanette.
Bye.